3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Mystery reading at number 1178. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support. I hope we reach 300 subscribers at this time, as well as your presence during this reading. I do want to start this reading with mentioning that I saw the number 111 on the timer, and now I just saw 122 and 123. Interesting. The number 1 is about having trust and faith in yourself, the universe, some other higher power you believe in, another person, another situation, in whatever way resonates for you, depending on where your intuition is guiding you and how you feel called to use your strength right now. The number 122 is about how change starts with you. It's really just a message about being the change that you wish to see. So maybe there is an opportunity here for you to model the kind of change that you not only maybe want to see at home or in a more personal situation, but also in the world. And 123 is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. So this reading started off with a call for you to have trust and faith for a reason. There's a message here about being the change that you wish to see for a reason. Maybe it's about having trust and faith in yourself to be the change you wish to see. And I did just see the number 234 on the timer, which is another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. Getting into interpreting 1178, we already talked about the number 1. And since there are 2 1s here, this feels like a pretty strong message here for you to really, really trust your intuition and to have faith in yourself and what is possible for you. The number 7 is about learning. It can be about growing, gaining wisdom, expanding your awareness and your consciousness, and definitely becoming more, I want to say, divinely connected. And what I mean by that is spiritually connected. I really do think that awareness is key to waking up. I mean, that sounds pretty obvious, but I'm thinking like spiritual awakenings. Maybe there is an opportunity here for you to have some sort of spiritual awakening. There really is, to me, a difference between waking up to the truth and waking up to the spiritual nature of whatever that truth is. So there could be something here that you are waking up to both practically and intellectually as well as spiritually, or at least an opportunity to do so, if I didn't already say it that way. But moving on to the number 8, this number is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. This number is a call for you to not be afraid to let go, to find acceptance, to find peace, to allow yourself to move forward and shift, maybe even shift into a new reality. For me personally, the more spiritual I become, the more I understand what it means to go through a shift. I really do. So if you don't know what that means, and you're still fairly early in your spiritual journey, a few years at most, give it some time. Give it some time, especially because I just saw the number 4, 5, 6, another sign there to trust that everything happens for a reason. That is a third sign here, to have trust in the way that things are moving, where you're at, who you are right now, what you're going through right now. There is something significant about this situation or this relationship, especially when it comes to learning, becoming wiser, becoming more spiritual, more awake and aware. There is something here to gain from this. It may not be as tangible as you might hope for, but it really just depends on your situation. I encourage people to not take for granted the value of knowledge. For sure. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7, interesting. 2 plus 7 is 9. 1 second, I'm feeling distracted. And 9 plus 8 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8, which is really reinforcing what we already talked about with loss, trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced, and have the courage to let go, or at least believe that letting go is going to pay off, even if it's not immediate. But the reason why I said interesting while I was trying to add up that number was because I felt connected to the idea of a ring, specifically a ring that goes on your finger when you get married. And then I felt connected to the word anello, which means ring in Italian. So it does feel like some past loved ones here are acknowledging a marriage for somebody. Or if it's just a proposal, just a significant relationship, committed long-term relationship in your life, they are acknowledging the significance of what you're going through with this person, maybe with their family, and what there is to learn from this. And this doesn't have to specifically be about a marriage for you, but overall this number 1178 has called for you to have trust and faith, especially with seeing the number 111, really encouraging you to trust your intuition and to have faith in your strength right now, your ability to be patient, your ability to have courage. Like I said, however you feel called to use your strength at this time. There's definitely something to learn here, both practically and spiritually. Maybe there's an opportunity here to how to give yourself more safety and security and, just peace in your life. But there's also a spiritual side to it. And this, I feel like, is a really good opportunity to share what I believe about how I think our past loved ones collectively, because I believe we're all connected because of our ancestry, but I believe that our ancestors collectively have been trying to connect with us and communicate with us for hundreds of thousands of years to help us wake up to what really matters, which is the spiritual nature, not only of who we are, but of this reality. Someone here might have been feeling curious about all of the talk about orbs. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it's a pretty big thing. People couldn't tell if it was drones, was it the government? Oh my gosh, is this really spiritual? I only take that if you know what I'm talking about, but maybe there is someone or something here that you will need to let go to help you learn, help you learn how to have more trust and faith in yourself, and to also give you an opportunity to be the change that you wish to see. Have trust and have faith in what walking away from someone or something really means. Spiritually, like I've really been putting emphasis on in this reading. Alright, so you can see that there are many cards on the table, and I've been using these cards, this spread that I'm about to use for a few readings, and I'm honestly really liking it, so don't be surprised if you see me still using it. But we have the Secrets of Tarot right here. These are cards that I just made and wrote on myself with things that I felt called to write, and that's the same thing here with these index cards. And I am going to start with just one of these tarot cards for you to get more detail. That could be really helpful, especially if it is connected to what we already just talked about with 1178, 111, 122, 123, 456. Yeah. You can't tell, numbers are a huge thing for me spiritually. In fact, I am studying the Bible right now, just for anyone who's curious. And I really look forward to being able to read the Book of Numbers, I believe it's called. But the card that I have for you, I kind of feel called to take both of them. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to, because I just saw 122 and 123 again on the timer. There's some sort of change here that has potential to have a lot of impact. And it feels like this reading is calling for you to trust that that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad impact or some sort of collapse. And I also, what might be helpful is think about the worst case scenario, think about the best case scenario. Whatever happens is on that spectrum. That's what I have learned. Whenever you think about worst case scenario, best case scenario, it typically never falls perfectly into one side or the other, somewhere in the middle instead. So just keep that in mind if you think it's helpful. But the card that I have, or the two cards that I have, the first one is the Knight of Cups. Just felt connected to the Knight of Wands. And I also just saw the number 222 on the timer. The Knight of Wands connection is there's obviously someone here who struggles with controlling their emotions, but that also includes anger. We all have passion, but not all of us express this passion in a healthy way. And I feel that there is somebody in your energy who is like this. And it could be yourself, could be someone else, could be more than one person, including yourself or not. But what I have written on this card in the upright says emotionally wise, adventure, vision, messenger, romance. This is the zodiac signs of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, and the element of water. The artist wrote, young man to 25 years. That doesn't have to resonate for you, but if it does, that's just extra confirmation for you. And this says needing more confidence. But this card, like I said, is in reverse. This is somebody who definitely lacks confidence, even if they are faking it. Just because you have a big ego, that does not mean that you genuinely have trust and faith in yourself. And the second card that I pulled is actually a major arcana card. It's the Fool. It says a journey, new and innocence, as well as cycles. The artist wrote good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap forward. Yeah. Here's the thing with the Fool card. It is definitely a beginning card. It's actually a major beginning, a major transition. The Death card represents more of the transition, but when you talk about the Fool card, the first major arcana card, or the World card, the last major arcana card, usually the one in the middle is the Death card. It's the beginning, the transition, and then the end. And right now, what's being highlighted here is some sort of beginning, but this also implies a major ending, a major transition. And it has to do with somebody who needs to get better at expressing themselves emotionally and honestly, just in general in the world. This person may not have, I want to say not the best judgment, but I don't mean that to come off as offensive in any way. They just seem to, they might be a little reckless or impulsive. Let's go ahead and draw one of these cards from this box over here for you. Oh yeah, I did zero there whenever I said cycles, especially if you're in a marriage or this is about family. You could be breaking some pretty toxic patterns, unhealthy patterns. I even wanted to say nasty patterns, depending on how intense what you're going through is. But I have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It says, I need to reevaluate my priorities. Yeah. There's definitely someone or something to let go of, to walk away from. The number 4 is connected literally to stability and ancestors. So just know that your past loved ones, whether you knew them in this life or not, whether they're more recent or ancient, they're really coming through to encourage you to love yourself, to find peace, to let go. But also be patient with yourself in this process. You deserve room to grow, to come to your own conclusions, to navigate something without feeling like you're being judged. Let's pull this index card. Interesting. This card says, I wish we were closer. This could be you feeling this way. Could be somebody else involved in a situation with you. Could be a group of people. It could be anybody, no matter what. Definitely involving somebody here who has a lot of emotion and passion that they're either struggling to express or just completely ignoring. This could also be somebody who is suppressing how they feel. I just felt connected to the word suppression in a way that reminded me of a gun. Guns. Arms. So maybe that could be significant somehow. I'm really not sure how, so only take that if it resonates. It seems pretty specific, to be honest. But overall, this whole reading has very much to encourage you to have a trust and faith on, in who you are right now, where you're at right now, whatever you are going through. Trust your intuition, believe in your ability to persevere, to have courage, to use your strength however you need to use it right now. There's also something to learn here. There really is something to learn here, and I feel like even your ancestors are validating this. Whatever you have an opportunity to learn right now feels so important. I really can't emphasize it enough. There is something here that needs to be let go. Whatever, if this resonates for you, if you are feeling fear around walking away or letting go or finding closure, find what you need to help you find closure. Because everybody is different for everybody. This is generally just a call for you to take care of yourself right now and do the right thing for yourself. The cards on the table are really, really highlighting here a massive opportunity to put something to an end, to go through a difficult but important transition, and to really start something brand new that's exciting. It could even feel like a clean slate to you. There's somebody here who, they're not good with words, they don't really express themselves that well. Their intentions, though, that's up for you to decide and discern. Regardless, though, I believe that even if somebody's not intentionally trying to hurt you, you still should stand up for how you deserve to be treated. And honestly, when you do, how they react is really telling, honestly. It would really help clarify their intentions. Do they treat you like they just want to understand you, or are they suddenly the victim? Maybe that is something you should pay attention to if you decide to set some boundaries with somebody. Just pay attention to how they react to your words and your actions and what you feel called to do to protect yourself. There is definitely something here about home. Your sense of stability, your sense of security, and your ancestors have been very, very present in this reading for you, especially to encourage you to protect your stability emotionally, mentally, and physically. Protect your mind, protect your heart, protect your soul, and protect your money, protect your resources. It's possible, it feels like for somebody here, that there's a need here to protect yourself from being taken advantage of or exploited in some way. Like I said before, there could be a marriage involved where maybe it's time for divorce, or at the very least there's really a need here to talk about what is going on so you can figure out what to do. And there is a card here that says, I wish we were closer. And this is either an opportunity to get closer by protecting yourself, using your voice if possible, or to create more distance if you're not heard, not respected, not seen, not taken care of in the way that you deserve to be taken care of by people who claim to care about you. I did see a 111 on the timer again, so really, have trust, have faith, be the change that you wish to see right now, and trust that this is all happening for a reason, both to protect your physical body, but also your mind, your heart, and your soul. Don't forget, there's something spiritually significant about this.